Okay, hello everybody. Today I'm going to show you how to, sorry, every time I bump my phone it moves my camera. I do apologize now. I'm going to show you how to read this pattern here in the way that it is here. I'm also going to show you how to read it in the way that I draw it out, because this is easier for me than this is. So how this is drawn out is, let me move stuff. So in this number 1 circle, there's 6 beads. So that's the 6 beads on top. They're labeled by yellows. So those are those. Top yellows make the top loop. Bottoms are the green loop. Self-explanatory. So this is going to be expanding. So you're going to be going from 6 to eventually you're going to have 12 rows. So it's going to be, you'll have 1 bead and you'll add 4 here to make a total of 5. You start from 1, you add 4 or 3 to make a group of 5. So the bottom of the bead will be 2. And then for the bottom part here, you'll pick up 2 beads and then add 3 to 2 beads to make a group of 5. The bottom bead will be 1, the single green. This bead with the dot next to it means that it overlaps. So like this bead and this bead are actually the same bead, but I write them down twice so you can see the whole pattern. So what we're going to do is we're going to start with 6. So here you can count 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. This has 2 strings. I do it with 1 string because it makes it easier for me. If you'd like an example of how to do it with 2 strings, I can make another one of those videos. So the 6 there. So the 6 on top here. So these 6 yellow beads. I'm using clear for my main bead color. Your main bead color for the penguin, you will need 76. You need 2 for eyes, which for me will be these blue round ones. You need 2 for blush, which are my 2 red ones. You need 1 for the nose or the beak in this example. So that would be my 1 yellow. And then you need 26 for the tummy, which for me will be orange. I'm doing it in these colors so it'll be easier for you to see the string inside of the beads. I am using 10mm faceted round beads that I got from, I think, either beadtin.com or a multi-box at Walmart. So you're going to string on 6 beads. So 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. And what we're going to do is we're going to make a magic loop. So you're going to pull these 6 beads all the way down to the bottom of your string. So it's going to be like this with a little tail at the end. You don't need much tail, but you need enough tail that you're going to tie knots. But now you're going to take the same string. I put it on a needle so it's a little easier to do the beading. And you're going to go back up through the beads in the same direction that you just put the string in through. So all 6. And this is called a magic loop. You'll see why in just a second. So all 6 beads. And pull all the way down. So when you pull it all the way down, it'll make this nice little loop. Makes it nice and secure for the top. And we're going to do a surgical knot. So you're going to cross, loop through once, loop through twice, and pull nice and tight. Try to get them in a nice little circle. You're going to do that one more time. Do cross, loop through once, loop through twice. Stretchy string, fishing line, any type of string, this is the best way to make sure that your knots don't slip. I do it a third time just to be safe. So cross over, through once, through twice. Sorry, every time I bump my mount, my camera does shake. I do apologize now. And then you can just cut off the little tail. So now you have the magic ring, which is this number 1 circle right here. Now we're going to do number 2. So it's going to be 1 blue, or for me, it's 1 clear, 1 orange, 2 orange, 1 clear. So it is this circle here. Or I'm going to start, so this circle here is what you're looking at. Right here is where you're going to start. So what you're going to do is now you're going to take this string and you're going to loop it back through one of these beads. Okay, now you're going to add on the 1 main, 2 tummy, 1 main. One main, 2 tummy, 1 main. And this is the increase step, so you're going to be going from starting with a 1 bead, and it's going to be a total of 5 in the ending circle. So 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. And you cross back through here. It can be a little stubborn if you're using a needle like I am. It matters on your string and your bead size and all that fun jazz. I'm just using the needle because it makes it a little easier on me in the end, normally. So your first one is going to look like this. Now you're going to go through your next bead. So now you're coming out this bead. So now we are going on to here. So bead or section 3 over here. So 3. So you're going to add on, you already have this bead, which is the bead you're coming out of, and you already have this bead, which is this one right here that you're going to back step through. So you're going to need 1, 2 main, 1 tummy. 1, 2 main, 1 tummy. And then you're going to back step back into this one and then back through the one that you started with. So this total circle will be a 5. Like so. So 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. Now you're going to go to the next one. You're going to keep doing this for the whole pattern around. So these next 3 are going to be, you add 3 main, go back through. Add 3 main, go back through. Add 3 main, go back through. So I'm going to pull out 9 main. So you're going to do, you're coming out this one, next one. You're going to do 1, 2, 3 main. Go back through this one. This little, this is a little man. Go back through his hand, and then through the head over here. Go through the hand and the head. And it'll make another little guy. And then go through the next one over. You always want to go to the next one over. And then you add 3 main. So 1, 2, 3 main. Go through the arm, go through the head. Arm. Go through this one and then this one. So the arm and the head. Okay, you're going to go through the next one, and just one more time. The reality of strings get tangled. So you're going to add 3. 1, 2, 3. Go through the arm, go through the head. Okay, now you're on your last one. So you go through the head, and then you're going to go through this arm. So you're going to connect this head to this arm. And then you're going to add the 2 feet, which in this case will be these ones here. So it's going to mirror this one. So you're going to add an tummy. For me, it's an orange, and then a clear or the main body. Tummy, main. And then you're going to go back through, like before, arm, and then head. And make sure you pull it nice and tight. I personally like to pull these nice and tight to the point where they're not like wiggling too much. And then I make a simple knot here where you go under here. So it loops around these beads here. And you just go through one time through the loop. So it makes a single knot. So pull nice and tight and single knot it. It makes it a little bit more secure. I personally like it. You don't have to do it. And then you're going to go back down this hand. To make it easier to hold. So I'm right-handed, so I'm going to go up this single bead. This is where I kind of differ from the pattern because I'm now going to go this way versus the pattern that wants you to go this way. But I'm just right-handed, so that's why I do it this way. So now we are here. So this is the bead that we're coming out of here. And if you look at, if you look at me, you're actually over here, sorry. Sorry, you're over here. And we're gonna go this way. So what you're gonna do is, because it's holding like this, so you're going to add this bead, this bead, this bead. So tummy, blush, eyeball. So tummy, blush, eyeball. And then you can go through the orange bead that you're coming out of and through the next one over. You can always sit there and look at this and make sure that you did it right. So this is tummy, tummy, blush, eyeball. Tummy, tummy, blush, eyeball. Now you're coming out of the one next to it. So from now on, after this one that you've added 3 beads to, you're now only going to end up adding 2. So you're going to do, now you're over here. So you're going to do main, main. For this exact pattern, you're going to do 2 mains for 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7. 7 sets. So that's a total of 14 beads. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8. 9, 10, 11, 12, 13, 14. So I'm going to show you each row. Not going to skip anything. So add 2 through this one, through this one. So hand, head. I know that sounds kind of gruesome, but and then through the next one. So you're going to go from this one to this one to this one after you're coming out of this one. Sometimes it's better to pull it through a couple of them and then pull it through the last one. I'll show you that in this next one. So now you have your second set of 4. Isn't that neat? Make sure you always pull it nice and tight. So you're going to add 1, add 2, go through this one here. Sorry. Go through this one here, and then go through the one you're coming out of now. And then you're going to go through the next one over. So if you've looked, you started with 6, and now you have 12 that you're going to be doing around. So you're going to keep going around. Right now, even on this pattern, what you're doing is rows 8, or right now we're sitting here at row 18 we just did. So 17 will be the next one we're going to do. I'm going backwards, unfortunately, but I'm right-handed, and that was using 2 strings. This is using 1. So you're going to add 2. 1, 2. Through the hand, through the head. Pull them down. Hand, head. Next one over. We're just going to keep doing this all the way around. So 1, 2, pull down, hand, head. Pull through, tighten. Try to keep those strings nice and tight. If you have to, I normally go like this. If you pull up on this, it'll show you if it's loose. You can pull it a little bit tighter. Try to keep those strings nice and tight. It makes it a lot more durable. Okay, and then go through your next little guy. Add 1, 2. hand, head. Next little guy. 1, 2, hand, head. Pull nice and tight. Next little guy. This will be the last one that's just manes. So hand, or 1, 2, hand, head. See how we're getting a nice little head there? I'm going to pull this tight now. So I always grab a hold of this as close as possible, hold it, and then you pull up on these, which will tighten each one in the section before it. The reason why people do it with 2 strings is because you don't necessarily have to do this. I just think doing it with the 1 string is more secure. I will be posting a video on how to do it with the 2 strings. But so you know, in the future, I will probably only be using 1 string. I don't know. For the smaller ones, I probably use 2 strings. It matters on what I'm doing, honestly. I will be posting a stitch tutorial. That one I will use 2 strings and 1 string. So I will make 2. Okay, so now you're coming out of this head here, which is this one here. So you're going to do tummy, mane. So tummy, mane, arm, head. Next one over. Now we are coming out of this one. So you're going to do eyeball, blush. So eyeball, blush. Hand, head. Next one over. Now we're coming out of this one. So you're going to do nose, tummy. Nose, tummy. Hand, head. Next one over. And you're going to go through the eyeball again. So this last one, you're only going to add one bead, which will be a tummy. And you go back up through the beak or the nose. So hand. And then head. So you're going to make a whole circle around. Now there's 16, now there's 12 going all the way around. My string's getting really short, so I'm going to tie off here and I'm going to show you how to add a new string. So what you're going to do is you're going to take this and you're going to loop it under, in through this 5, out through this 4. Go through once, go through twice. And pull good and tight. Make sure you pull good and tight. Go through once. So loop 1. If you've done one surgical knot at the bottom, then normally you can just get away with doing a normal knot then. And you cut off.